Okay, good morning. This is day number 146 of making videos of a day in thought in the life of a schizophrenic. My name is Dominic. On day 17 of these videos, I express why I call myself schizophrenic rather than targeted individual. On day 45, I express why I make these videos in the first place. And on day 138, I give some number of symptoms that I experience as a schizophrenic. Not all of them, but some of them. And it gives people an idea about like what my experience. And I do these little videos every day to show some sanity. I don't believe I am crazy or diseased, but that I am subject to what NATO calls a cognitive war. Uh, so I'll get into a few things today. And I read little books and I have a thought log and I document it for the purposes of a lot of times I'll come across something that like a synchronicity or something related to like time travel or something like that. And so I find those things interesting and I just record this, I guess, for history or whatever. I need a haircut. I noticed today. It's my hair is getting kind of crazy. So it's good to get on camera because I Jim Carey had that thing, the little feedback of the cognitive war. Jim Carey had that thing where he looked different, that he did some like plastic surgery or he just filled out his face or something. And they were having the commentary about Jim Carrey to comment about me and my weight gain. I gained 5 pounds over winter, and they like to do that when my weight fluctuates. They pick out a celebrity and harass them for looking bad or something. And so, hopefully, if I get on camera every day, I can see myself and I say, okay, you gotta try to drop your poundage or something. So that's one. It's not why I'm doing this, but it's like it's a good extra reason to do it. Okay, so another feedback I got yesterday was my ankle, actually both my ankles have been hurting, and I was unable to do the docenting that I do at a place, and I don't want to say where, but my my mom does it too, and so she went and was able to go, and I, I suppose I could have done it, but I was trying to save my feet because if I was on my feet for 3 hours, I don't think it would have been good. I tried to lay down, and Shaq was saying last night he was criticizing Luka Doncic, which is supposed to be me complaining to the refs, I guess, and stuff. And Luke, he was like, "Do your job, stop complaining or whatever." Because I guess I was doing these videos or whatever. So yeah, that's the feedback for schizophrenia. All right. Anyways, so I was going to get into a few things today, and first off, I was going to talk about when I stopped these videos last a few months ago. It was right around the time Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck, and I had a video in one of my previous ones. I was making fun of my neck, and I was like, "Oh, long neck, or whatever." And so either Milo Yiannopoulos says that Charlie Kirk maybe faked his death, and I don't know. So I didn't know if he did or anything like that, or if it was like AI or something. But Charlie Kirk was supposed to be me. He's like alter ego or something, and I not Charlie Kirk at all. I don't really agree with him at all. And I had made a video discussing a book called "How the World Made the West," and which is like it's opposite of Charlie Kirk's thinking, I guess. I don't even know that much about Charlie Kirk. I've never really paid attention to him. I've seen him a few times in here and there, like just people passing information about him or whatever. like something that he said or whatever. And from what I knew about him, I didn't really like him that much, and I wasn't really a fan of his shtick of going to like college campuses and picking on people who are just starting out learning and trying to debate them. Like he wasn't trying to, well, debates, depending on if they're like a conversation or if they're something else, are not necessarily indicative of the truth of a subject matter, you know? So there's that. But then additionally, he's just trying to score verbal spats with 18, 19, 20 year olds. And not that 18, 19, and 20 year olds can't handle that or whatever, but it's like, it's they're just starting out as college students or whatever. He's not going there talking to professors. He's not going there and talking, so it's like, uh, I didn't really like his stick or whatever, and I found most of the time when I listened to him that I disagreed with what he was saying, and so yeah. But anyways, Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck, and that was a whole crazy thing that was going on at that time, and I decided I think I'm not gonna get up here and talk about these things because it was a little, it was like a, it was an attack on free speech, and I was like, I don't really feel free in this society to talk about things, and so I'm deciding to do it now because uh, I don't know, but the the Charlie Kirk thing was an attack on speech, whether he faked it or whether it was real, and it was on a college campus, and so that's not good. So it was not. That was definitely not like one of these people that was like celebrating the Charlie Kirk thing. And I know that he had advocated political violence, and once you go down that road, you're advocating political violence. You're doing something pretty stupid for yourself and for others, and so that's not good. And it's not good to for someone to do what they did to him if they did. And so I was definitely disheartened by like all the people trying to canonize him as a saint, and then the people that were thrashing and using it as an opportunity to advocate for like political violence. He was just giving a speech at a college campus, so uh, that's that was a scary thing. So the Charlie Kirk thing, I was just gonna say, it was like they shot him in the neck, and now they itch me in the neck, kind of sometimes to show me like we could do that to you or something, or or they're making fun of my neck or something. Okay, in this book I read, Rise of Wolf 8 book, I was gonna get into something yesterday when I was talking about the well, I was gonna get into something. There was two wolves, and Wolf 8 is like what kind of the focal point of the book, or focal. And Wolf 8 is like at this point in the book, at the end, he's a 6-year-old wolf who has like three teeth, and he's been kicked in the head. He's got like kind of brain damage kind of thing, and he is about to have a battle with as an alpha male of, I think he's the alpha male of something called the Druid Wolves, and I think 21, 21 is a young wolf. He's like the baddest wolf in the park because he's never lost a battle or a fight with another wolf, and he is big and he's strong and he's young, and he was originally the adopted son of Wolf 8. So Wolf 8, the the author documents how Wolf 8 was raising 21 earlier in the book, I guess setting up this moment. And so one of the things Wolf 8 did with 21 is he would play wrestle with him, and he would let 21 beat him when he played wrestled, or he would play games like he did these things where he would run around the the wolf, like pretending to run away like he's scared or whatever. And so, as leaders of the separate packs now, as they got older or whatever, 21 is running right head on to 8, and the author is saying like, oh, they're gonna battle it out. but 21 decides to run right past 8, and they just run past each other, and 21 doesn't get engaged in a fight with the wolf 8, and 21 takes all his troop past the wolf, and it's this mass chaos and no one fights or whatever. And so the author was thinking that it could have been like that 21 was paying respects to 8 because 21 didn't want to get into a battle with his adopted father, even though he was now an alpha male of another family or whatever. So, and then also, so one thing that was interesting about this book is that like it says that the women wolves are the leaders of wolf packs, even though the men are like, the male alphas. They call them alphas or whatever. I don't know if the alpha is like even a thing, but this guy was using the term. And so, yeah, so I guess the women wolves lead the pack. So, that's kind of, I just wanted to add that in. Anyways, so 21 runs past 8, and it made me think that, like, you know, the whole notion of like the Gnostic thing where like this reality is a crazy reality. We play by a certain set of rules according to nature and stuff. And then I was thinking it was like Sophia coming in or something and overriding the rules when a bond, the bond was stronger than the competition. It's like they're competing wolves at that point in territory or whatever, but like the bond that they had overrode the competition. So that was kind of interesting to me, and it was almost like like a like a code to override competitive things and stuff. So I was gonna get into a little bit uh things I'm motivated by, just to segue into this is like uh I was saying that I haven't been motivated by competition since I was 12 years old. And it puts you at odds a lot of times with our society, like, what's wrong with you? And everybody loves it, and everything likes to turn everything into a competition and everything into like a game kind of thing. And so I was just noticing, but it's not that I'm demotivated by everything. I was going to list some things that I am motivated by, I'm motivated by family, curiosity, my own love, like towards others and myself. I'm motivated by building things for people when I knew how to a little, I'm helping people, knowledge, respect, boundaries, money to afford participation, other people's love, truth. I'm motivated by other people's passions. Like, when other people have passion about something, I get motivated to watch or be part of their passion or whatever. And I'm not personally motivated by competition since I was 12. In fact, I'm demotivated by it. I find it to be kind of a turnoff a lot of times. And however, I do enjoy watching athletes triumph or talent and creativity or skill because I know there was a lot of effort for it and it's its own kind of magic. So like I do enjoy watching every like the thing in spite of the competition, there's things that go on through a competition that are very interesting. So like even like sports or whatever. So I had said that I wasn't gonna watch sports, but I probably will watch sports, and that's why it's like because I'm not really that motivated by competition on a personal level. It's kind of weird that they would try to take make me try to constantly make me motivated by competition with others because it's like or watching sports or something. And it's like it's like I don't know who thought of that idea, but it's not that great of an idea for me. And so, they took everything else that I was motivated by and they tried to make me motivated by competition. And I don't really understand like the psychology of it, unless it's just about protecting the competition-based world order. And so, yeah. Um, in my Lightbreakers book, it's discussing how, I had said that there was a little bit of like a schizophrenia adjacent thing or connection to it because there was like this corporation that was this like creepy guy, that billionaire that knew everything about knew every little last detail about the Noah's life and everything. And so the ex-wife is now at the compound trying to see if she can see the daughter, uh, through time or whatever. And she Noah is like, he wanted to show he's kind of erratic and everything, so he wants to show her something, and he shows her that Klein Michaels has a camera in the bedroom that they're in, and he said he started noticing these cameras all over the place in the houses and stuff that they were staying in. So that's kind of interesting as a schizophrenic because I think that there's technology that supersedes cameras. But when I first started being schizophrenic, I was like, they got cameras in my house. They're seeing everything that's going on here. It's the cameras, and was going around looking for like hidden cameras in the TV. I was like, the TV can see me, and the everything can see me in here, and it was like this crazy thing. But now I know it's like satellite, and they can see through your eyes, and they can see through walls or whatever, and they can just map out, and they have spatial mapping or whatever. Now maybe they have cameras and TVs and stuff, like maybe they do, but I think they have technology that goes beyond all that. And so now maybe they could even have like micro dust cameras or something. I don't. There's so much crazy technology that's possible. When you think about it, and it's like, uh, but anyways, so this Klein Michaels guy apparently has cameras in Noah's bedroom, and he's watching everything, and he had already known everything about Noah. So I thought that was kind of interesting because it's very much mirrors the schizophrenic experience, or the what people call the targeted individual experience. And so I thought that was an interesting thing to put in that book. Little suspicious thing, a little schizophrenia thing. I have in a class for library technology class, library technical services, and uh, I was about to finish my project, or my not project, but my assignment, and my computer crashed or died right as I was finishing, and I was about to submit the assignment. And I thought that was very suspicious because it was literally right before I did that. I decided to move my assignment to Google Docs, or the completed assignment to. I was doing Google Docs in Word, and I moved the rest of it to Google Docs just in case it crashed. And literally, like 2 minutes later, the whole computer died, and I couldn't get on. I couldn't get to the document or anything, or I couldn't get to my class sign in. And so I had to use my mom's computer to submit my assignment last night. And then all of a sudden this morning, the computer's working again. So I don't know what happened. Did it overheat? It's just really weird that I had that premonition of putting the assignment in Google Docs, and literally immediately after that, the computer crashed and died. It had my mom not bought a new computer last week, I don't think I would have been able to submit my assignment this week, and so I probably would have to drop the class. So, anyways, I thought that was suspicious, and yes, so I was just sharing that out, my experience yesterday on that level. So, okay, I'm gonna stop here, and all right, it's been too long, but okay, goodbye.